Benidorm Bars go back to cash only. Welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. It's me Anna with you here, and no cards, no apps, no other strange forms of payments, just good old cash. That's what we're going to be talking on today in this latest video. And this is actually tourists are starting to notice. We've received several messages on our Instagram. If you don't follow us there too. Have all the latest updates and are planning to put way more videos, pictures and posts there with useful information. But basically people were starting to wonder what is going on. Will we be able to pay with a card? Which kind of cards are actually accepted? What should we do when we come here on holidays? And as we mentioned, many places in Benidorm, especially bars, are going to be cash only from now on, from 2025. No cards, no apps, just coins or notes. Why is it actually happening? What should you know if you're visiting soon? Which cards are accepted? And much, much more. We are in the old town right now, and as you can see, there's many small businesses around that offer full English breakfast, Cornish pastries, and typical foods from abroad. These types of small bars are the ones that are mostly going back towards cash only. But not only the smallest ones, also quite big, powerful beach bars that we will be checking in today's video went back all of a sudden from one day to the other to cash only. For example, Ray's Fish and Chips, the oldest fish and chips they say in Benidorm town, has been for a long time a cash only option. It's not stated anywhere clearly, but when you go inside they say you can only pay with cash. What is really going on with payments in Benidorm Bars right now as for 2025? Let's discover it together. All areas of Benidorm are different. For example, the old town, which is where we're located right now, the Levante Beach, Poniente Beach, and Rincon de Loix. In the old town, there's Ray's Fish and Chips, a cash-only place, and a couple of other small establishments that prefer cash-only payments. On the Poniente Beach, just a couple of them, although overall the vast majority, more than 90%, do accept card payments. And both Rincon de Loix and the Levante Beach also tends to have, in quite a few establishments, cash-only policy. It's not the majority, but it's definitely a trend that we started to see growing in Benidorm town. You might walk in, order something, sit down, start having your meal or drink or snack, and only then realize when you've said that you need to pay that they don't take a card. Some bars don't even display a sign on the entrance advertising that it is a cash-only establishment, which is why for some people it is so inconvenient. You're coming here to relax and not to wonder if it's paid by cash only or with card. Why are local businesses doing this and what you should know? There might be many reasons why local businesses have decided to go back to cash-only policy, and we can only wonder why one or the other business decided to do so. However, there are quite a few reasons why it might be the case, and some of them are confirmed. First of all, many bar owners want to avoid bank fees from card machines. These tend to be really, really pricey. And honestly, it's just not worth it a lot of the times. Whenever you go there, if a drink costs $2.50, some of the times the fee is already that. So you just lose the entire payment that you've just received from a client. However, some of these bars like Rico Cafe, the one that we filmed you just a couple of days ago with a typical Spanish breakfast and some nice toast and overpriced Coca-Cola, $3.30 for a bottle of Coca-Cola, small one. That was insane. This city as well do accept cash and card payments. The different Nabab cafeterias, the ice cream places, all of these, they do accept both cash and cards. However, if it's a really, really cheap one, with an exception of the ice cream, because here prices tends to be low, you're not going to be spending €50 on ice cream probably, unless it's for a whole entire family. And here one scoop is €3. Oh my goodness, that's quite a lot, isn't it? Is that a new price everywhere we go? €3 for a scoop. How insane is that? So many of the places where you just get a drink or a small snack might say, oh, please, can you pay cash? Because, well, there's a limit charge on the machines, on the cash payment apps or machines, because they charge you quite a high commission. Second reason that we might encounter is that they say it's just safer, faster, and more reliable than dealing with machines or internet issues. And why is it true? First of all, they can charge you directly. They do not have to go for the machine back again and bring it out, try to swipe the card. If the connection is bad, it might get declined. The client will get frustrated. And then obviously it's uncomfortable for both of you and you're spending a lot of time on it. So obviously it's way faster. But as we've mentioned, more than 90% probably of all the businesses here are working with card payments too. Like Manila, for example, a very popular place here, situated right next to the first bars, that changed to cash only in 2025. For example, this one right here, the Guinness bar, we were really surprised when we've seen from January month that they stayed cash only, and they have it displayed really well on the entrance. I must say that's a great thing to do. But once again, not all bars are doing it. This one, love it, absolutely. There's a huge sign saying cash only, and then there is an information for tourists, for people, for locals, whoever wants to go inside and grab a drink to see what is the main reason why they went to cash only back, why they've returned to a typical form of payment that we used to have before all the ATMs, before all the bank cards and all the modern world's facilities as it is. So it is actually great that there is an explanation, and as you can see, it's full. People are not going away from it. It is not something illegal. It's just about simplicity and control for these types of businesses. And honestly, I would like that other businesses would take this into consideration, and if they do accept cash only and no card payments, I wish they would have a clear sign on the outside stating why and that it is cash only. Like this, people wouldn't have any kind of issues in it, as we've encountered several times here in Benidorm town, even us locals. Luckily, we know where the ATM machines are for our bank, but tourists don't seem to know it whilst on holidays, and that is the main concern of many people. Right here on the beach, as you could have seen, there's loveliest groups of pensioners singing, just enjoying the day, enjoying the great time, both here on the Levante beach and on the Poniente beach. And so far, the rest of these businesses do accept card payments as for now, because things might change. The third and main reason that we've seen, and what is indicated right there directly in one of the bars, is that many clients were saying they were charged wrong and they were trying to return the charges, disputing it from banks. And I suppose that the business was losing money. We don't know who was wrong, who was right, but obviously there was a reason why, and they are stating it clearly here on the entrance. At least this bar shows that they accept cash only, not like others that do not say anything at all up until you're ready to pay, and then all of a sudden you see that it's only cash payments, and then you need to search for the ATM to be able to pay them. You know it's busy when you start hearing police cars going very fast on a typical Thursday. There's way more tourism, there's way more cars, way more movement, vehicles, etc. So it is common. Penelope Beach Club right here, opening up, preparing for the long weekend. Next door, I think it was Five Guys that will be opening up very soon, and they're changing all of it completely. The White Lion too. White Lion didn't say that they accept cash only, at least it's not informed anywhere on the entrance, so probably it is card and cash. Please confirm here in the comments if you've visited it. Heartbreak, also never seen cash only signs, but where we did see it was the Jolly Roger. Right now there is nothing displayed right here, but probably it is on the inside. But we've always seen here a sign cash only from January this year, and it was always out here. I wonder if they still do cash only or if they've changed back again. all the other bars like live music Daytona. This place right here, really lovely one too. Always really busy, by the way. Daytona Rock Beach. It's an American style bar. Also accepts card payments. At least that's what we know so far, because there's no signs anywhere we go stating the opposite. And obviously inside of hotels, such as inside any hotel here in the area, they do accept inside their bar for anything that you consume inside of the hotel. You will be accepted cash card payments, and also card payments are actually preferred for a better control. Obviously these are big businesses, so they don't care about some fees from the bank companies, but small businesses actually do. So overall, what tourists should know if they're coming here on holidays right now in 2025 to the sunny Benidorm town? First note would be always carry a bit of cash, even though it's the tiniest bit, especially if you're going to a local small family friends owned bars, not huge establishments, and also located outside of the touristic areas. Although as you can see, we are on the Levante beach, and here quite a few bars have a cash only policy right now, and it's becoming more and more common each time. Whenever you go inside of an establishment that you do not know or not sure if they take both cards and cash, ask them before sitting down. Like this, you will avoid unnecessary issues, and you will have plenty of time to go for cash and then return and have a lovely meal stress-free. Try to have small notes or coins with you wherever you go if you're planning on having a drink or a light snack. Why? Because even though a lot of the establishments do work with cards and accept them, a lot of the times they're charged very high commissions and fees for it. So they might say there is a minimum amount of 10 euros, for example, which is quite common here in Spain, of spending before they can actually use the card to charge you for it. And if it's less than 10 euros, they will ask you to pay cash. So just in case, at least 10, 20 euros or small coins, if it's just for one drink, will be more than enough to have a stress-free holiday without having a fear that some of these establishments will not accept your card once you will finish your meal or drink. And for the last bit, what would be our personal advice if you're coming here on holidays? Don't worry about it. Benidorm is still super touristic friendly, and it's how it's been for years and decades. Nothing has changed. It's just that due to some series of events, obviously for local businesses that are small owned, it is quite difficult to pay all the commissions, and the fees are higher and higher each and every single year, which is why some of the places opt to actually take cash, which is easier, faster, more efficient, and they don't have to fear that return or dispute the charges once they have gotten back from their holidays in Benidorm town. Almost 90% probably still accept cards, so you don't have to worry, but just in case, bring some small amount of cash to be able to enjoy your drinks without any kind of hesitations. That would be a tip from a local here in Benidorm, Costa Blanca, Spain. Thank you for accompanying us on today's video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, subscribe if you're still not. Click a like, share these videos, and comment down below to help us reach more people that are interested in Benidorm's content. Bye, Dees!